Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Jacob back here for the JTwoH channel. Today we have a 4K Ultra HD review for you, coming to you from TriStar, Columbia Pictures, Sony. Definitely a different type of film than I'm used to watching, but the 30th anniversary of Legends of the Fall. Legends of the Fall there, with Brad Pitt, Anthony Hopkins, and Aidan Quinn. I think it's Aidan. So you have Legends of the Fall. After the fall from innocence, the legend begins. 1994, the year I was born. Academy Award winner, Best Cinematography. I will say, we're going to do the unboxing first before I get to the review, but the thing that gets me about this release, it looks good. The packaging, I'm talking about the packaging here. We'll get to the disc in a minute. But this banner just seems weirdly thick, like unnecessarily thick for the 30th anniversary. Like typically here I would expect to see Blu-ray and 4K combo or digital code, which you don't get because this is a limited release. But that's one thing I wanted to note there. But there's your Legends of the Fall. There's your Best Cinematography. See the spine there, kind of. If mine did get kind of squeezed in the mail, which is fine. Ultra HD combo at the bottom. The TriStar, which is funny because I personally, every time I see that logo, I think of Short Circuit. I've started to watch more and more of them now, but it still just brings me back to popping that cassette tape in. Not cassette, VHS tape. So it has Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision. Rated R for violence and for some sexuality and language. It's an 133 minutes, so over 2 hours. As far as the disc, we'll get into the disc quality later. Let's check out the actual unboxing first, because I don't know what you guys click for. If you want the unboxing, you want the review. So that is the disc. It's the same artwork, especially given the release. It's just the 4K disc. There is extras on here, which it does list, so we'll get to that. But we have enormously entertaining, says Roger Ebert, Chicago Sun-Times. This is an epic story of three brothers, bound by loyalty, tested by war, and torn apart by love. Brad Pitt stars as Tristan, the wildest of the Ludlow sons, whose failure to protect his brothers puts his entire family on a path of betrayal and self-destruction. From the battlefields of Europe to the furthest reaches of civilization, Legends of the Fall follows Tristan's turbulent journey from the boyhood to manhood to legend. Also starring Anthony Hopkins, who is the father, Aidan Quinn, Julia Ormond, and Henry Thomas. So Aidan Quinn is the other brother, Julia Ormond is the love interest, and Henry Thomas is the third brother, which I think they have pictured. Yeah, so that's all three brothers right there. There's an action shot there, Brad Pitt and Julia Ormond's characters, and then Brad Pitt and his father, Anthony Hopkins. Special features, commentary with director Edward Zwick and Brad Pitt, commentary with cinematographer John Tull and production designer Lily Kilvert, deleted scenes with director commentary, original making of featurette, production of design featurette, and theatrical trailer, all on the 4K disc. As far as the disc quality, I rarely talk about the disc quality unless it's noteworthy good, noteworthy bad. Not to say this is noteworthy bad, but I will say, now I've never seen the DVD, the VHS, the Blu-ray, nothing to compare it to, but I thought the quality was fine. Not fantastic, not reference quality, not a, again, I always go to this Kong Skull Island. It looks good. Now, it's an older film, but usually the older films look significantly better. They tend to pop. Terminator 1, even North by Northwest, depending on the age, whatever word I'm looking for, they tend to look better. This one just looks okay. Did it need to be in 4K based on the picture? Probably not. However, it was the only chance I got to review it. So just go into that. If you have a Blu-ray, just be aware before you're upgrading your copy to 4K. Now, to my knowledge, this could not be available on Blu-ray. I'm assuming it was. It's Academy Award winner, but maybe. As far as the movie is concerned, it's not a film that I usually watch. It's not a film I would go out of my way to request or go to the theater to see. I actually ended up really enjoying it. I think I gave it 3.5 stars. I really enjoyed the story. The runtime was okay. You know, it's 2+ hours, but it fits a lot of story into it. Essentially, we got like 3/4 of the way through, and I looked at my wife and I said, "This is like the male version of Little Women." And I don't want to spoil this movie or Little Women, but if you've seen Little Women, you might understand what I'm talking about. And if you've seen both, I wondered if you draw that comparison as well. But it's a decent film. Like, I would recommend it to someone who is interested. It's a slower time period piece, so I'd have to know my audience of who I'm suggesting it to. But I had a good time. I thoroughly enjoyed this, so you may as well if you've. I was sold on the cast. The reason it was up for review when I selected it was the cast, and the cast is awesome in this. Like I said, Brad Pitt, Aidan Quinn, Anthony Hopkins. I wasn't quite sure who Aidan Quinn was, but definitely Anthony Hopkins and Brad Pitt. So, and it was a 4K. I tend to like the upscales, and that's the word I was looking for earlier. So anyway, link in the description to check this out on 4K if you want to give it a whirl. It is not an affiliate link. I don't get anything from it. It's just a way to support these upscales and these reproductions. So I want to thank Sony for sending me a copy. I want to thank you guys for checking out my review. If you want to support the channel in any way, there is links in the descriptions to my other 2 YouTube channels, to my social medias for this channel, Twitter, Instagram, TV Time and Letterboxd, and eBay page and Bluray.com page. So thank you so much for watching, YouTube. I'll catch you later.